Hello there, welcome to this glittering award ceremony where I'm named my heroes and villains of 2022. Literally every major figure in the model making world has declined the invitation to be here tonight. These awards are entirely subjective and they just reflect my favourites of the year. Not necessarily kits that have been released this year, but kits I've made over the past year. The ones I've just really enjoyed making and the ones I really haven't enjoyed at all. Now, if you enjoy this, and even if you don't agree with my choices, then please remember, give it a thumbs up, imperial thumbs up on the button below. And if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and you'll get more videos as they turn up through the course of the year. Now, first of all, I really do have to thank my sponsors. These are the people who, through various ways, have contributed to my channel and its operation throughout the year and have made its very existence possible. If you'd like to join this, shall we say, Hall of Fame, then please, all you have to do is go through Super Thanks or go through any of my partner programs listed in the information box below. Well, I've chosen my top 5 kits of the year. Let's kick off with number 5. The Buccaneer from Airfix. Yes, the glorious new tool 1/48 scale Buccaneer from Airfix. This was a much anticipated kit which really didn't disappoint when it was released. The build was good with some excellent touches here and there. The annoyance for me was not having the folding radome, even though I understand it would have made adding nose weight difficult and securing the nose cone would have been an issue, as was the parts count, which I understand would have gone way over budget. Despite that, the kit is lovely, and I hope there's an earlier version coming so I can make one in 800 Naval Air Squadron colours. Here, for my first villain of the night, a kit that almost, but not quite, was perfect. That one little bugging detail that really took it away from top spot. The Airfix Gloucester Meteor F8 in 1/72 scale. It's a really nice kit, and there's a great option here with the Belgian Air Force markings. Generally a very good thing indeed to build, really goes together well. But the nose gear leg, there's a strut that's installed before the nose cone can go on, and it's fragile and it will break off, and it did on mine. It's really annoying, and I'm surprised there isn't a better way of doing this. That one nagging detail took the edge off this very fine kit for me. Doubtless the FR9 Meteor, that's the club kit for 2023, will have the same problem. Anyway, on with the heroes, and in 4th place this year is the wonderful short sterling in 1/72 scale from Italeri. Firstly, simply, it's a short sterling, so well done Italeri for making this. And then it's actually a really good kit of the sterling in many ways. The interior is very highly detailed, maybe overly so with photo etch I'll never see again, but the throttle and mixture levers in the cockpit area are visible and look really good and weren't as difficult to fit as I had imagined. The undercarriage was a challenge, but then the real undercarriage was as well. The bomb placement in the bomb bay was a problem, but not insurmountable, and the fitment of the bomb doors I found slightly troublesome. But otherwise, this is a very, very good kit of a very underrepresented aircraft, and I loved building it. Back to the villains now, and the next on the list is the Aston Martin DBR9 gift set from Airfix. The point of gift sets, as far as I can see, is that they're supplied with glue, paint and a paintbrush, presumably for novice modelers. Why then is the nose decal so difficult to fit? The first kit someone makes should be a triumph of experience over expectation, and this, I'm afraid, is the reverse. I really hope Airfix take a long look at the concept of the gift set, maybe even drop it completely and replace them all with proper, newly designed starter sets over the next few years. We're almost halfway through the list of heroes now, and in third place it is the Austin K2Y Katie ambulance in 1/35th scale from Airfix. I loved making this kit, a reasonable entry to the scale for someone who, like me, has never made a vehicle at this size before. I enjoyed it so much that it encouraged me to make my first ever diorama. Good that Airfix included the markings for Katie from the movie Ice Cold in Alex, which is one of my favourite of all time, even though they didn't tell anyone that they had done that, and even though they bundled the wrong shape of glass with it on their promotional packaging. Still, really enjoyable and a really nice kit. Staying with the villains, and the next off the rank is the Austin K2Y Katie ambulance in 1/35th scale from Gecko Models. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't a bad kit. That's not what these awards are about. It's actually very good, extremely detailed, and a good representation of the ambulance. However, I just didn't enjoy making it. Looking back at the time it arrived, there were many people I know who decided to get the Gecko kit over the Airfix version because it was so much more detailed, had so many more parts, and was only about a £5 more expensive. I also know that quite a lot regretted it because they were faced with a kit that requires a fair deal of skill to make, with lots of photo etch. The parts count was also boosted by lots of extras such as pieces of webbing, tin hats, binoculars and the like. I think I worked out that by having the back doors closed on the model, you could safely leave out about 168 parts. So yes, a very good kit in many ways, but over complex for many model makers, lured by the price and the hype of the time, and I just did not really enjoy putting it together. Next, my runner-up as Hero Kit of the Year 2022, and it is the glorious ICM Bristol Beaufort in 1/48th scale. I enjoyed this kit so very much. The fit was excellent, the detail very fine indeed. Everything about it I found a delight. Apart from the undercarriage, but as with the Sterling earlier, the original wasn't exactly straightforward anyway. It's a subject that really suits 1/48th scale. The kit comes with a trolley for the torpedo as well, so it would make a really nice diorama with some figures which I believe are being released very soon. The ceremony draws to a close very soon, and so it is time for me to announce my villain of the year. That kit is the Airfix 1/72nd scale F-18 Top Gun Maverick tie-in. What can I say about this kit? Well, let's start with it being the wrong F-18. This is an F-18A. The movie uses the FA-18E. Is that a big deal? Well, the 18E has square intakes instead of round, has 6 underwing weapons pylons instead of 4, and is merely 20% bigger overall. It's very nearly a brand new aircraft. That is a problem. Then there's the kit itself, a tooling made in 1981. Incidentally, that's 5 years before the release of the original Top Gun movie with the Tomcats. It's low on detail, the panel lines it does have are raised, and the fit is mediocre. It's a kind of cynical attempt at a movie tie-in, which I would have expected to have been better, especially given the delay in the film's release. I don't think this did the reputation of Airfix any good at all. Before announcing the winner, let's have a look at some of the honourable mentions from the kits I've made this year. The Mars Messenger from KP in 1/72nd scale was a delight. Not the best model in many ways, and certainly had one or two design issues, but a very nice kit to actually put together of an aircraft you don't see very often, with some striking colour schemes. A real little sweetie. Then there was the OV-10 Bronco from ICM in 1/48. For me, this is the kit where ICM stepped into the big league in terms of fit and finish. A delight to make and a fascinating aircraft to boot. The Revell new tool of the F-15E Strike Eagle in 1/72nd was another highlight, striking in looks too. Well made, well designed, very good to put together at a great price with some very, very impressive decals. Now, I did enjoy making the Hobby 2000 Harrier GR7/GR9 in 1/48, and not just because it was my first free review sample. It's based on a Hasegawa kit with new decals and paint masks. It makes a great kit that fills a huge gap in the market, and at a killer price as a thank you from the distributor. A proper weapons load, and it would have been perfect. And I will say that this Curtis P40 in 1/72nd from Airfix was a revelation. So simple a kit, yet packed with great detail, and probably the best pilot figure I've seen in this scale. Inexpensive and a total joy to build. Which leaves just one more awards to go. Let's recap the runners-up. In 5th place, the new 1/48 scale Buccaneer from Airfix. In 4th place, the Italeri Short Sterling in 1/72nd scale. In 3rd, the Airfix kit of the Austin K2Y Ambulance. And the runner-up is this awesome new 1/48 scale Bristol Beaufort from ICM. And so, I can announce that my hero kit for 2022 is the 1/48 scale Avro Anson from Airfix. I think this kit establishes where Airfix should be going in the years ahead. The research behind it was impeccable, the design exceptionally detailed, and it creates a kit that's still achievable by an average model maker. The inclusion of such items as the angle poised lamp over the navigator's desk was wonderful, and the humour of including the pilot's notes as a decal for that desk is excellent. Their ability to make separately the structural frame and then wrap it in the outer skin is amazing. My only issue is with the fit of the instrument and radio decals. Everything else is wonderful. The scheme options are great, and there's obviously plenty of room for future versions, which I know I will buy. The manufacturing quality is actually really good, properly top end, and I couldn't be happier with the kit I ended up with. So there we go, my friends. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support over the year, whether that support's been moral, fiscal, in kind, or in any other way. All of it really helps this channel and really helps me create new kits, new videos, and things I hope you really enjoy watching. Now, however you choose to celebrate it, I wish you an absolutely joyous festive season. I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Stay safe, stay well, keep modelling, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye.